My name is Summer Plum, and I am super excited to be the first to do the Cereal Eaters series. Really, Jay? Is that enough S sounds? Anyway, so this morning, while I'm talking to you, I'm actually going to eat my cereal. I have gluten-free steel-cut oats from Red Bob's Mill with some butter and some strawberry preserves. So I was thinking that if you would like, take a minute, hit pause, go grab yourself some cereal. We can all have breakfast together, or lunch or dinner, whatever time you're watching this. And, you know, we can nom together. I'll wait. I have cereal to eat, so. Zelda. Really? Is this the way it's going to be? Apparently Zelda is joining us. So, hopefully she will be stable. Okay, Zelda's my cat. Where, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you have seen her a lot. And she's going to try and knock over the floor. So, you can probably see her right now. Come here, honey. Comes into my lap. Okay, no. We're not going to do that. Yes, I know. Come on, sit in my lap. That's a good girl. So, she had a bunch of questions that she wanted me to answer. And the first question was about my history with cereal. And I have a lot of nostalgia wrapped up in cereals. She wants my cereal. That's what it is. She loves oatmeal. Zelda loves oatmeal. And sun butter, actually. Guard my cereal. So, it's mine. Anyway, so when I was a kid, my mother used to get up early with my dad, help him get up and get off to work. And then she would put our breakfast together for us, so she didn't have to get up with us until right before we were getting ready to go to school. So she would put our cereal in a little bowl, like this, and she'd put our milk in a little tiny pitcher that was small enough for our little hands to hold, so we didn't spill the whole gallon of milk, because, well, if you have a 6-year-old, or you remember being 6 years old, a gallon of milk is heavy and big, so it's really quite easy to just spill it all over the place. And after a few times of that happening, Mom found another solution. So, and she used to let us pick every other week a sugary cereal. And then on non-sugar weeks, we'd have something relatively healthy, like Cheerios or cornflakes or non-sweetened, non-frosted cornflakes, or Crispecks or something like that, which are all really good cereals, and I like them, but on cereal weeks, it was things like Cocoa Puffs and Captain Crunch and Fruity Pebbles and, you know, all sorts of yummy things. So that was really my childhood experience, and I never really liked warm cereals as a kid. And even as a teen, I wasn't a big fan of them. I think that they became sort of a thing when I could have what were called like cocoa wheats or cocoa something. It was like a cocoa wheat mushy chocolate thing. Actually, if you just add chocolate to anything, I'll at least try it. So we found those when I was living in Texas, and they were really yummy. That's really the only, like, warm cereal I ate for a long time, because instant oatmeal is just really, really gross. It's a texture thing for me. But I like whole, like, oatmeal that has to cook for a long time. So, in college, oh my god, college, I got to my college lunchroom, and I remember feeling like I hit the jackpot, because I walked in, and I went to Lebanon Valley College, which is a little tiny college in Pennsylvania. And we had like 1,500 students. It was a private school. And it was set up so there was eating rooms, and then there was like this front section where they had hot breakfast, and there was a salad bar, and you could make your own waffles and fancy stuff like that. And then they had juice and soda machines, and then on the other side was like this cereal bar. I honestly couldn't tell you what they had. No idea. But they had Cocoa Puffs. And they had Cocoa Puffs every morning my entire freshman year. I think I lived on Cocoa Puffs and French fries and salad my freshman year. Somehow I still put on 15 pounds. But Cocoa Puffs. Lots of Cocoa Puffs. Oh my gosh. I had Cocoa Puffs every morning. I remember several friends being like, how old are you? And I'm like, old enough to eat Cocoa Puffs every morning if I want to. And they thought I was crazy. But, you know, whatever. That's what it is. And then as an adult, you know, I've eaten cereal a lot. It's an easy food. And surprisingly, the thing about cereal is that before I went gluten-free and before I had all my allergy stuff taken care of, I was sort of out of it for a while because I would eat cereal, but a lot of the times I wasn't eating, like, breakfasty breakfast. I would get up in the morning, and I would have tea, and I might have something to eat, but I was having cereal more as, like, a dinner food or an easy something to pop in my mouth. Oatmeal became a winter late-night snack thing. I would have oatmeal in the winters because I was craving something warm and filling. And steel-cut oatmeal or rolled oatmeal is a really good way to fill up your belly on a cold night. And I know down here in North Carolina it doesn't get as cold as it does up home. And I grew up in Pennsylvania, so it's not the same, but trust me, it still gets chilly. So there was plenty of times where that's what I wanted. And now, if you can have nuts, I can't. And I know Jay can't, but if you were one of the lucky few who still can have nuts, let me tell you that there are few things as delicious as steel cut or rolled oats, slow cooked, and then mixed with like just one spoonful of Nutella. Oh my god, so good. Anyway, so what was my next question? Why do I love cereal and why do I eat it so much? Why do I love cereal? I feel like it's easy. It's super easy, which is generally what happens. Aside from having to be gluten-free, I have a ton of other food allergies, and I have a couple of other chronic illnesses. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I have fibromyalgia, and I have some other stuff that we're not entirely sure what's going on yet, but we're working on it. Of course, I've been saying that for a long time, but we've gotten progress. But it affects my energy level a lot. And, you know, I know for my friends who are celiacs that having any autoimmune disorder, like I do, can be really exhausting. And energy is a thing. And so, for me, cereal is like a simple thing. And last year, right before Christmas, a friend bought me a rice cooker. And, oh my goodness, let me tell you what. Every morning when I use that thing to make oatmeal, and every night when I use that thing to make rice, my thanks go out to Brendan, because it is the most useful thing in my kitchen. It gets the absolute most used. And in the winter, I use it a lot. And I have breakfast every morning, and I will make oatmeal with with rice milk or with goat milk or with a little bit of juice, and then add fruit or add sun butter or add a little bit of honey, anything to get the protein and the carbs in my belly and get that day started. And it's a great, delicious, easy thing to eat. And some days when I'm really not feeling well, I will eat a lot of cereal. I have been known to go through more than one box of cereal in a day. And if you're eating gluten-free cereal and you're allergic to nuts and all sorts of other weird stuff, you know how expensive this stuff is. But I've still done it. I'm a humongous fan of the Airhorn? I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. I forgot to bring the box in here. But they're chocolate coated brown rice crispy pebbles. They're basically cocoa pebbles made with brown rice and coated with chocolate. They're amazing. They're amazing. And the serving size is a cup, which is a sufficient amount. I had to learn how to cut myself back so that I didn't go through an entire box in 3 servings, because apparently serving size is a cup and not 2 cups, and I was getting a little overly enthusiastic. Which you'll have to apologize. It's like, whoops, you're spending $6 on a box of cereal. Maybe you shouldn't eat it in 3 sittings. But, you know, that being what it is. But I love all of their stuff. I really like the stuff from Gorilla Munch until I found out that it's heavily cross-contaminated with peanuts, and it was just making me really, really sick. But if you're not allergic to peanuts, I highly recommend it because it is very tasty. And I understand that their peanut butter flavor is also very good, but I've stayed away from that. And I know that, I think it was Glam Without Gluten that said that the puffins were really tasty. And you know, some of theirs are whatever. I can't try the puffins because they have like coconut and soy cross-contamination, and they would land me deeply in trouble. So I stay away, but otherwise I will do my best. Hi, Zelda. Zelda has decided to join us. Are you trying to get some of my sun butter? Zelda likes cereal too. She loves oatmeal. She will chow the heck down on some oatmeal if I let her. She seems to be being good right now. So with the Bob's Red Mills, it says there's a possibility of nut contamination. I haven't been having issues with it. I have called them and they said there's a very low chance and they take extra precautions and stuff like that. But I do know that some celiacs can't have oats, so that can be an issue. Zelda, no. Cat, stop it. So, sorry. She wants to say hi to all of you, and she's getting a little cuddly. So yeah. But the Air one is just rice. They make just rice cereals. They do, that company makes some other cereals, but they make them in a completely different manufacturing. So it's rice with like cane syrup sugars and a little bit of chocolate, and it's completely safe as long as you can have rice and chocolate. But they make berries and other flavors too, and they're all good, but I generally just have stuck to chocolate, which I think is more expensive than the plain Rice Krispies, but they're good, and they make really good Rice Krispie treats. If you even have marshmallows, which I really can't say. Oh, Zelda, I just want to say goodbye. So does Zelda. Zelda's going to say goodbye too. So that's it from here. If you have any questions, there's the YouTubies. You can click on the little comment thingies down there somewhere. I don't really know how that works, but I'm assuming you do. And if not, there's always the comments in the blog post. So, yeah.